Good morning, Hornets. Today is Monday, March 4th. Give a quick happy birthday shout out to Mrs. DeLay Barger. We appreciate you and hope you have a fantastic day. So be sure to give her a special shout out for her birthday. And our staff member of the week is Mrs. Stanger. Be sure to give her a shout out as well. Thank you for all that you do, Mrs. Stanger. The upstairs dealing restrooms are still closed until further notice. The reason for that is the fact that when we don't have a monitor at the table on the first floor restroom, there are still some issues taking place. So until we as an entire school show that we can handle to use the restrooms appropriately without having an adult hold our hand to use the restroom, they will remain closed in certain areas. Okay. As always, all E-Wing restrooms are off limits. Any student in the E-Wing not attending Mrs. Birchfield's classroom in E101 will be disciplined appropriately. Dungeons and Dragons campaigns, those are still taking place after school today. Mrs. Baker is not going to be present during school hours today, but she is going to be here for the after school Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So that is still on as scheduled until 4:30 today. Study tables info. This is for tomorrow. Okay. Today, study tables will release at normal time. But for tomorrow, we are going to release study tables at 3:30. Okay. So if you're planning on attending, make sure you have your ride ready to pick you up at 3:30 tomorrow. Cheerleading tryouts. There is a meeting this week in the elementary cafeteria. That's on Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the cafe, elementary cafeteria, for all parents and students that are wanting to try out for cheerleading next school year. And our third quarter incentive check is taking place tomorrow. Remember, to qualify for the incentive, you got to have 4 or less signatures, 4 or less unexcused absences, no D's or F's. So if you had a D or F with the first check and now you're good, be sure to hopefully receive your permission slip tomorrow. We're going to the web for Extreme Entertainment on Thursday this week for our third quarter trip. See Mrs. Sanciola or Mrs. Boggs if you have any questions on that. And then tonight, if you're interested in playing junior high softball, there's a meeting at 7, or sorry, not a meeting. There are tryouts at 7 o'clock in the junior high gym. So make sure you bring your indoor shoes and any softball equipment that you may need. All right. So that's at 7 o'clock in the junior high gym. And that's all for our morning announcements. I hope everybody has a fantastic day in Hornet Country.